Hi guys, and welcome to today's tutorial. So quite a lot of you requested that I do another baby boomer nail tutorial for you, as I posted a picture a couple of weeks ago. So this is sort of a natural baby boomer. I have done one before, but that was using coloured acrylics, and it was more of like a baby pink and a bright white type of thing, so it was a bit of a different, and I actually did a different method as well, so I thought I'd show you how I did it this time. So if you want to find out how I created this, then just stay tuned. So if you guys have watched any of my acrylic videos before, you'll know that I use Prohesion acrylic by Nail Harmony. So I'm going to be using 3 separate powders today. So we've got Studio Cover Cool Pink, Vivid White and Crystal Clear. And then obviously to go with the powders, we've got the Prohesion Nail Sculpting Liquid as well. And these products are for professional use only and can only be purchased at Nail Harmony. To apply my acrylic today, I'm going to be using the Gorgeous Betty brush from Gorgeous Nails. Then the only other thing that you'll need is a nail file. This is a 100 and 180 grit file. So one side is 100 grit, the other side is 180. So obviously the lower the number, the higher the grit, so the more it sort of files away. You can just get these from Sally's. Obviously, if you're using one of these on a client, I would suggest scoring the edges of the file. I'll link a video down below showing you how to do that. So I'll just be showing you on a nail pop today. So we've got our liquid. So, and the first thing that we're going to start off is with the Vivid White. So just put your brush into the liquid, getting all the air bubbles out. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in the powder, 1, 2, 3. Like that. And then I'm just going to place it on the nail. So, and then we're going to start working with the acrylic, just flattening it out, and then we're going to start to just feather it up the nail. Like that. So we're just going to wait for that to dry. So just while we're waiting for this to dry, I'll just talk you through, if you're obviously doing it on extensions. When I did mine, I had already created a sculpted nail with clear acrylic. So I just put this on top, which made them, in a sense, a little bit thicker. So if you're doing these on a client from scratch, obviously if you're doing it on a tip, you can do it in exactly the same way as I've just done it. You can obviously create a tip with clear acrylic if you want to sculpt, just so that you've already got that platform, or you can actually just build the tip alone with the white. So obviously maybe this is your natural nail here and you've got the form on and you're sort of creating it. Whichever way you want to do it, it works with all of them. So just bear that in mind when you're thinking of doing the sort of baby boomer. You can do it obviously on straight on top of tips that you've already put onto the client's nail. You can build it alone with a sculpt, or you can have already sculpted a new free edge for your client. So as you can see, that has now gone matte. So we're going to start to move on to the cover pink. So obviously going to be using my cool cover pink. Prohesion do warm cover pink as well. I've got a video which I'll link down below of both of the different colours. It just kind of depends what your client wants. If it's more of a natural look, what skin tone they've got, all things like that. So again, just going to pop into the liquid. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put it sort of near the cuticle edge. So So, and then we're just going to start pushing up towards the cuticle edge, and then we're just going to feather down. So, and then again, we're just going to wait for that to dry, and as you can see on the nail pop, it's all quite nice and thin. So, and we haven't obviously built an apex or anything like that yet. That's what we're going to do with our clear acrylic, so that we're not filing off any of this sort of colour. Although you can file these and then still be fine. These aren't sort of coloured acrylics, they are ones that you can build up nails with. But obviously if you're doing all your work with your brush, you know, creating this nice sort of ombre effect, you don't then want to be filing any of that colour off. Okay, so all of that acrylic is now fully dry, so we're going to get our crystal clear. So we're just going to basically cap the nail with this clear acrylic, and also build up our apex area, just making sure that all of the nail is encapsulated. Okay, so now we just need to wait for all of that to dry as well. As you can see, I mean, it doesn't look perfect at the moment. We've got just a little bit too much here at the what would be the cuticle area. We've got sort of a nice buildable bit just in the apex area, and it's just a little bit too thick around this area here. But we're going to file that all to make sure that it all flows really nicely down from the cuticle to the apex to the free edge. Okay, so this nail is now all dry, so we're going to get our nail file. I like to use the 100 grit side, so just going to start to file into shape. Okay, so I just did most of the filing sort of off camera because I like to get up really nice and close to the nails, and it's very hard to do on camera. So, but as you can see, hopefully it's a bit hard. So we've got a thinner bit at the cuticle area here. It goes up slightly here with the apex, which is basically your stress area. Where you get sort of the most bend in your nail. So obviously I've got gel polish on, but if I bend my nail, you can see in this area here, that's where all the bend is happening. So that's where this your sort of stress area is. So that's where you need to have the most acrylic, and then obviously I thinned it out a bit at the cuticle. So that's all I'm going to kind of do. If you want a more detailed sort of filing video, I'll link one down below for you, so you can go and check that out. And I actually do that on my nail, so it's a bit easier to kind of explain rather than doing it on a pop. So I'm just going to get a lint-free wipe with nothing on it, just to wipe all the dust off. And the reason I don't use like any cleanser or anything is because they can have traces of acetone in them. So essentially you're then sort of trapping the acetone between the acrylic and the gel top coat, which is what I'm going to use next. So I'm going to use gelish Top It Off, and I'm just going to do a nice thin layer of the top coat over the entire nail, making sure to cap the free edge. And this is also why I used a 100 grit file rather than a 180, because now the top coat has got something nice and rough to stick to on the acrylic. So I'm just going to cure that in my lamp, wipe off the inhibition layer, and then I'll be back with you. And here is the finished nail. So it's just quite a natural sort of baby boomer type of thing. It's really quite easy to do as well. Obviously the main thing is trying to get each of them looking the same, which I'm not perfect at doing. I would never say that I was perfect at doing the baby boomers. they're sort of difficult in that sense, but when you're just doing one like this, it's quite simple. But anyway, I hope that you liked this video, guys. Please check out my other acrylic videos. Please also like and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.